What's happening, everyone? TomGorian here. Welcome to another edition of the Last to First Challenge on F1 24. Today we are getting ready for the San Marino or Emilia-Romagna version of the Last to First Challenge in Imola. We're going to be using Charles Leclerc's Ferrari around Imola, and I can't think of any better combination than to use a Ferrari around Imola, around this legendary circuit, to do a Last to First challenge. 103 difficulty is there, and as you can see, we are doing no line, one-shot qualifying with a short 25% race. There's all the settings. So let's go from last to first.
It's time to hit the track then, as we embark upon another thrilling round of Formula One racing here at Imola. Welcome to the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Perez, Ocon, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Bottas, Sargent, Joe, and Charles Leclerc completes today's grid order. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we go, getting ready for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, starting from dead last. We're going to go just under 2 laps of fuel, 1.8 laps of fuel there, and as you can see, the strategy is pretty much mediums to softs or softs to mediums. We are doing softs to mediums just so that we can try and get a bit of a tyre offset in the beginning of the race. Apparently they said it's mediums to hards for the alternate strategy, but as you can see, the mediums to softs is a slightly better one, but we're going to go with softs to mediums. So here we go, another Last to First challenge on F1 24. It's the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, and it is lights out and away we go in Imola. Guan Yu gets an awful start as we go in towards turn 1, and Logan Sargent and Alexander Albon are heading in towards the first corner, and we are in 19th place. We're going to take it easy in towards turn 1, and yeah, not really any room in towards the Tamarella chicane as we try to get cut back on towards 3 and then in towards the Villeneuve chicane, and I believe that's Lando Norris in the lead in that McLaren as we enter Villeneuve, trying to switch back on Bottas and also Sargent. 3 wide going in towards Tosa hairpin now, and it's still 3 wide between me, Gasly and Bottas now as we now go in towards turn 8 and then up the hill in towards turn 9. Paratella going to go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas in towards Paratella, and we do make the move, but he's still there though as we now go side by side in towards Ackerman and Raleigh. We have the inside line on the inside curb, and we do take that position of P17 here already on the first lap. And most of the overtakes you're going to be seeing around this circuit is going to be usually in towards the chicane or in towards the Tosa hairpin. As you can see, we get a great run on Lance Stroll. Around the outside, we do hit Sergio Perez's Red Bull there as we sweep around the outside of the Canadian driver there of Lance Stroll. And yeah, Aston Martin, they haven't had a good season, to be fair. I mean, and I don't think anyone really expected them to have a good season. But it's crazy how far they've fallen in this 2025 season, considering where they were 2 seasons ago. So they need to sort their act out, otherwise yeah, major changes need to happen. So anyways, lap 4, and we've got Esteban Ocon down the inside of well, we're going to go down the inside of Esteban Ocon in Atosa, well, not yeah, in Atosa hairpin, and then once again we are now going to set, I believe, it's not the fast lap of the race, it's 79, but we do get DRS. News lately has been about Alpine. They've replaced Jack Doohan for this race. Fabio Colapinto, the driver that was racing at Williams towards the second half of last season, he's replaced Jack Doohan for this weekend. So I like the addition, but I don't like how harsh it's been. And also Flavio Briatore is now back as the team principal. So Yeah, the less said about it, the better. Alpine are in a shambles, and already 5 races in, and as an Alpine fan, I want this season to officially be over. Anyways, lap 6, entering the Villeneuve chicane, got Daniel Ricciardo and Kevin Magnussen having a ding-dong battle going side by side, and we're going to catch out Nico Hülkenberg in towards the Tosa hairpin once again. We lose the back end there in towards third gear. But I have to be honest, this setup actually felt really nice, and I know that this game, the setups now are pretty much pointless because now everyone's now going to try and just focus on F125 when the game comes out later on in the month. But I think I've really found a decent setup with this as far as how responsive the car is, but how predictable it can be as well on the rear end. And as you can see once again, down the inside of Kevin Magnussen, we do have slight moments where the rear just steps out there though, but it's not like it's not savable. At least it can be savable, and I do like these types of setups where they just turn in quickly and you can just really feel the car and its rotation. However, we are now 50% of the race done here at Imola, and we're going to come in for our one and only stop from the soft tyres to the mediums. I thought about staying out, but I realised that Carlos Sainz, he was also staying out as well, so I didn't want to be held up if I was too close to him. Set a purple third sector right now as we bang against the wall there, and we jump Tsunoda and also Magnussen, and now we are in the top 6. And yeah, as we take literally it's the first chicane, Tamborel chicane perfectly there, and on the next lap we do set the fast lap of the race. It was 16.9 on the medium tyres. However, the gap was too large. We was closing down on Oscar Piastri in the closing stages of the race, but it just wasn't enough, and we gained 7 seconds on Ricciardo, but we wasn't gaining enough on Piastri and Russell, and DRS really helped them in their quest to finish ahead. But around the final corners we go. It's not last to first with Charles Leclerc at Ferrari. It's going to be last to P6 at Imola.
Checkered flag.
This race was really difficult.
It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
The fans on the edge of their seats, Crofty, and we love watching them at work. You know, it's so theatrical the way they go about their racing, and yeah, I for one thoroughly enjoyed it.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race from McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.
Is this a sign of things to come for the real-life race? Obviously, Oscar Piastri won last weekend, so maybe this is the return of the Lando Norris victory brigade. And yeah, McLaren in real life seem to be the best team right now, and hopefully Mercedes can bring 1 or 2 major upgrades to really close the gap, because if we want the season to be interesting, we need Mercedes in the fight, because simply Max Verstappen isn't doing enough right now. But yeah, unfortunately we didn't go from last to first. We finished in P6. It was a valiant effort from us, but yeah, just all of this is worth it for the next game. And yeah, finished just under 5 seconds behind the race leader. But that is that for this episode of the Last to First Challenge. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more F1 25 gameplay, and I'll see you all in the next video in a bit.